Now, Senator Daniel Patrick Moynihan, a Democrat, had described partial birth abortion as too close to infanticide. Senator Obama thinks it's a constitutional right, but he is wrong. Most troubling even, is that as a state senator, Barack Obama wouldn't even stand up for the rights of infants born alive during an abortion. These infants, often babies with special needs, they're simply left to die. And in 2002, Congress unanimously passed a federal law to require medical care. Imagine that, quite a lot, to require medical care for those babies who survive an abortion. They're living, breathing babies. But Senator Obama describes them as pre-viable. Now, this merciful law was called the Born Alive Infants Protection Act. And Illinois had a version of the same law. And Obama voted against it. Asked about his vote, he assured a reporter that, yeah, he'd have voted yes on that bill if it had contained language similar to the federal version of the Born Alive Act. There's just one little problem with that story, though. The language of both the state and the federal bills was identical. So in short, Senator Obama is a politician who has long since left behind even the middle ground on the issue of life. He's sided with those who won't protect a child born alive. And this exposes the emptiness of his promise to move beyond the old politics. So, ladies and gentlemen, in both parties, Americans have many concerns to be weighed in the votes that they cast on November 4th. In times like these, with wars and financial crisis, I know that it may be easy to forget even as deep and abiding a concern as the right to life. And it seems that our opponent kind of hopes that you will forget that. Like so much else on his agenda, he hopes that you won't notice how radical, absolutely radical his idea is on this, and his record is until it's too late. Now, let there be no misunderstanding about the stakes. A vote for Barack Obama is a vote for activist courts that will continue to smother the open and democratic debate that we deserve and that we need on this issue of life. That's okay, that debate, at both the state and the federal level. Obama would give the ultimate power over the issue of life to a politician who has never once done anything to protect the unborn. And as Senator Obama told Pastor Rick Warren, it's above his pay grade. Now, for a candidate who talks so much about hope, he offers no hope at all in meeting this great challenge of the conscience of America. Consensus in our great country that we can overcome narrow partisanship on this issue, okay? And we can bring all the resources of such a generous country to the aid of both women in need and the child waiting to be born. We need more compassion in this. We need more compassion and idealism that our opponent's own party at its best, that party once stood for. And we need the clarity and the conviction of leaders like the late Governor Bob Casey. He represented a humanity that speaks to all of us, no matter what our party is, or our background, or our faith, or our gender, and no matter your position on this sensitive subject, and I know it's a sensitive subject, I understand, but I just hope that that spirit will guide you on Election Day. And I ask you to vote for the McCain-Palin ticket on November 4th and help us bring this country to an end. rational discussion of so many issues, including compassion, including life, bringing us together. Pennsylvania, on November 4th, it's going to come down to what we believe in. And what John McCain and I believe in, it's what Ronald Reagan had believed in. Where no one is above the law and no one is beneath protection. Okay? We believe in the forward movement of freedom and not in the constant expansion of government. We believe that the best of America is not all gathered in Washington, D.C. It's found in the kindness and the courage of everyday people who run our factories and grow our food and fight our wars, those who protect us and protect the virtues of freedom that you so respect and love here in Pennsylvania. Of this great country, in all the opportunities that we wish for ourselves and each other and for our sons and daughters. We still believe that America is that shining city on a hill, and we have a man ready and worthy to lead it. Someone who inspires us with heroic and trustworthy deeds instead of just words. Understands the challenges that we're facing, the economic woes that are so heavily burdening all of us, burdening Main Street because of greed and corruption on Wall Street. He sounded the alarm a couple years ago. He sounded the alarm, and too many of his colleagues in the Senate, including our opponent, did nothing. And look where we are today. John McCain knew what was coming. He tried to do something about it. He's going to take the opportunity as president to clean it up, to put government back on your side. He understands what it takes to win the war on terrorism. Remember, it was John McCain who pushed so hard for the surge strategy that is allowing victory in Iraq within sights. Supported cutting off funding for our troops over in the war zone. John McCain knows what it takes to win a war, and thank God he knows that the virtues of freedom are worth fighting for. From now until Election Day, you will hear our opponents go on and on about how they'll, quote, fight for you. Since he won't say it on his own behalf, I'm going to say it for him, for my running mate. In this campaign, there is only one man who has ever really fought for you.